WLJ community, welcome to another episode of the Walking Life Journey podcast. I think you all know us, but just in case you just landed on our YouTube page or our Facebook page, or you're hearing us on podcast, guess who I am? I am Nikkita White.
I'm Lorenzo White.
And I'm Keyondra White.
And together we make the White family. Now, you heard me give you a couple places where you can find us, but if you've been going with us week after week after week, please don't disappoint us. Make your way to our Facebook group, become part of that community where you can get a daily dose of motivation, as well as make sure you're listening to our podcast on whatever platform you like to listen on, because we're on all of them. And you know what? That YouTube channel, we need you to subscribe,
y'all.
and share and share and share. That's what we need.
Okay.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Been a minute.
You all, that holiday came, and when that holiday season came, our schedule.
You forgot one more thing.
Uh-oh.
Where else can they find us?
Well, you tell them where.
Lowe's, Amzo's, Home Depot, Carl's Jr. on the third Thursday of the month.
The third Thursday. Okay.
All right. So it's been a while.
It's been a while. I want to say our last episode probably came out to you about the second week of December. And then our calendar got so busy.
Yeah.
But it didn't get busy to the point that we forgot about you, because we were still putting that daily motivation out on our Facebook group. But we did some traveling. We had some fun for the holidays.
Lots of traveling.
Did a lot of traveling.
A lot.
And so as we come to really wrap up season 2, because this is what this is. We're wrapping up season 2. We're not pausing. We're diving right into season 3 on next Monday.
Yeah.
But for season 2, we just wanted to come in and say,
Hey.
deck the halls.
Hall's already been decked. We in January.
We decked the halls.
We are in
We
January.
had family time, but we want to just talk about what your holiday season looked like, but not even thinking about what happened on the holidays. What was the feeling that you received this holiday season? Because I know I had a lot of emotions going on, and because we did so many different things in such a short period of time. So let's talk about a recap of your holiday takeaways. How did you feel this season? How did you feel this season? Who kicking us off? Is it the Mister or is it Miss?
Y'all smiling at me like I'm supposed to go.
I'll
kick it off.
The Mister to kick it off.
It don't bother me none. This holiday was pretty good, man. As the ones that got to spend time with us know, we went home for the holidays.
We did.
Got to really enjoy family. The feeling itself. The past few times we've been home, only speaking for myself, it didn't necessarily feel like the holidays. When we did go, it just, I don't know, it just felt different. It didn't have any of those nostalgic type feelings that I had back when I was little. This holiday was a little bit different though.
It was.
For me, it hit and met every mark that I needed it to, and put a cap on this season for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I realize is when we go home now, there's so many people that we want to see. And, you put those dates out ahead of time. Life happens, so you don't get to see everyone. But I think this year, this holiday, the effort was put out there on all ends. And some people we got to see for a shorter period of time. Some people we got to see for a longer period of time. But the focus for me anyways, was definitely being there with that core family.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And anybody that really knows me, I'm pretty sure you all know this. When I think of my family, I always include my sisters I got to choose, because, we've been knowing each other for elementary school, middle school, and to keep a good relationship and bond, it means so much. But I also had that core family to, of course, my mom, my mother-in-law, my stepfather, all of them, my nieces, their new families, as they are having children of their own and getting engaged. I got to be with all of them.
Yeah.
We got to shout out to my niece, because I think she probably won me over this year for the holiday season. So she wanted to host Christmas. And we didn't do it on Christmas Day. We did it on Christmas Eve. But the fact that when I looked around in that house, there were individuals in that room that have not been in the same room in over years. And that right there is when I say you become more emotional for the holidays, because you let stuff just get in the mix of families and it breaks it down. And once that negativity and that gunk and that stuff just gets in there, it's sometimes hard to come back. But when I looked around in that room, I ain't feel no hesitation.
Nah. Yeah.
It was fun. We were playing games. We were laughing. And we were smiling at each other. It just seemed genuine. And I know it ain't just my family. I know it's in all types of families where we don't talk to this person. This person's not allowed here. This happened when we were 12 years old. We haven't forgiven them. Okay, it happens. And if it don't happen in your family, gosh, y'all are so perfect. Be thankful. But it happened in our family. But when I looked around on Christmas Eve, I had a good time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Y'all share, y'all. Come on and share.
No, this holiday was good. I felt like everyone was really trying to be intentional on both sides. Like we were trying to be intentional and seeing people and making the holiday feel like a holiday. Because when we're home, we deck it out. We have festivities. We have itinerary. We really decorate the whole house. And then for us to travel, and then the mamas made sure they decorate their house again, which they haven't done in a while. So that felt like Christmas. And then just seeing family. I feel like every time we go home, it feels different than what it used to feel. Now I'm like, dang, I'm ready to get back closer to my god sisters, my cousins. Like everyone's getting older. And when we're always together, we reminisce on the times we used to see each other weekly and all the times we had. And now I'm like, dang, we're getting older. I want us to be able to come together again. Things like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I know one of the highlights for me this year, like you said, that thing about being intentional. I was able to actually link up with some childhood friends that I hadn't seen in years.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think I might have mentioned it one time before, one of our other friends that we grew up with, he ended up passing away. Yeah. And the last messages I saw was us trying to come together and link up. And I did everything with intention this year.
Yes, you
I
did.
put out phone calls, and if somebody wasn't going to be able to make it to me, I was definitely going to make it a point to try to make it to them. Because we don't know how long we got left, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to enjoy as many people as I could, and I did this go around.
Yeah.
Still missed a few, but
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Our
Still
miss a
time,
few.
when we plan our trip, we're like, dang, okay, we got 2 weeks, got this much time.
Yeah.
And then when we get there, you're like, whoa, that time goes by so fast.
Yeah.
Flies.
No, it went so fast.
It did. But we also, cut into our VA time and made it
Yeah.
down to North Carolina.
So we went in a span of 2.5 weeks, seeing all these people. We started in Virginia, went to North Carolina, back to Virginia, then went to Florida, and we had no down days. Because when we take a down day, I don't know about y'all, I would feel kind of like our rest days. I would feel not like guilty, but guilty. Like I should be seeing people. Like I felt like I had no downtime because I feel like I was just wasting time sitting. So we was on go mode.
Go mode,
2.5
seriously.
weeks straight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. And you talk about going to North Carolina. We drove to North Carolina, got there. I think we checked in our hotels and was on go.
Yeah.
We tried to lay down and just rest for a bit, but hey, sometimes you say, hey, we're gonna rest when we get home. But it was a good trip, to the point that I don't think I think we recognize this. You both didn't have that opportunity when we go to North Carolina. We typically go home, be with Nanny, be at her house, family comes to Nanny's house, and then we're back out. But we had a couple days. We stayed at the hotel. I mean, we did things like, let's take the kids to the museum. I have not been to this museum since I was probably like 12 years old. Mm-hmm. So it was good to walk into that museum, see all the changes that they've done. Like, dang, this is really, I always say VA is home, but North Carolina is where I was born and raised, right? Yeah. Well, not raised, because we ended up moving about when I was 5 years old. But you forget that there's so much more, because you always go for it. I'm going for this reason. Yeah. We have this activity going on. Yeah. And it was no reason. It was, we're going to see family. We're going to see family. Got to see a new little one that we all welcomed into the family. And that's what I'm saying. Our kids are growing up, and there are young adults, and They are getting married, getting engaged. They're having families of their own. And as Keyondra shared, you're sitting there talking to them. It's like, dang, we watched you all grow up. And sometimes you feel disconnected. But this holiday season, all the connections were intentional. Yeah. And they happened. And I don't care how long it's been, it was still a solid connection of, I love y'all. Mm-hmm. I love y'all. Always here. I don't care what the distance looks like in between us. Always here. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was good. Now, we did go to Florida. Florida was work and fun. We got there on that Tuesday, I think it was, and that was a rest day. When we got into that hotel, we were like,
it was late.
It was
late.
I was like, okay, now we're resting. Never been to Epcot, so we had the opportunity to go to Epcot for work and have fun and things like that, and that was really, really good. So then we extended our Disney trip, and we did Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm.
Gosh. The day of Epcot, we did Hollywood Studios.
Yep, we did.
And Animal Kingdom, then the Magic Kingdom.
So we think about that. In 2 days, we did 4 parks. And thankful for that Genie Pass, because that thing allowed us to do a lot more than what we would have been able to do if we had to stand in regular lines. So I think that was really good. And we hadn't been to Disney since you were, what did we say, end up 12 years old?
No, it was way like younger. 8
it was
years
8.
old. 8 years old.
8 years old.
Yeah, it's been a while. So it was good to see it now and just go and experience it all over again. We're even saying we need to go back at this point.
I know, we do need to go back.
No, it was overall a good experience. We got to see the fireworks in the castle.
Yeah.
But y'all, by the time that trip was over, we were done with people. It had been all these places. And to top it off, after we went and saw the fireworks, everyone's trying to leave the park at the same time. How many people do you think it was? Like 200? It was a good amount of
200.
people. It was over 100 people trying to leave the park.
Just at that time when we were trying to leave the park, it was a lot of people.
It was a few hundred.
Anyways, it was a lot
crazy.
of people. Leaving Magic Kingdom, you have to get back to parking by a ferry or a train, like the little transit trains. And we had rode the ferry there, and we're like, oh, we're tired. We're just trying to get home. Let's just go. So everyone's trying to get back fast on the train. And while we were going around, me and Mama both had the same thought, but we didn't say it. And we both thought the thing was just going to break down, and we would all have to move over. And as soon as we were the next ones to get up there, it broke down.
That's what happens when you don't listen.
Yeah,
listen
we
to
all
your
had
gut,
to move
listen
over.
To your discerning spirit, listen to your father telling you. We both had the same vision, and neither one of us said anything to each other.
That was just the icing on top, where we was like, let's go home. It broke down. We're ready to go home. But
yeah, that was a long night.
It was a good trip.
It was a long night. And then we almost got stuck in Vegas.
We did.
But we were going to make the best out of it. Thankfully, the plane. Now, you know it ain't nobody but God when the plane waits for you.
Yeah.
And not wait for you for 2 minutes, but we're like late. Luggage still on the other plane. Like they waited. I think the plane was supposed to leave at on 2 minutes after the hour, and it ended up leaving about 50 minutes after the hour.
And it was late. It was like, what time? It was like 10 o'clock?
Yeah, it was late because we didn't get back here until late. But
it was late. And they were just standing there like, yeah, we were waiting for y'all. I was ready to stay in Vegas.
We share all this with you all just because this season, what we learned coming out of 2023 is I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm loving you. If it's meant for me to love you, if you are in my life, I'm holding on to you. Mm-hmm. If that is meant to be, it will not be because of my actions that we are disconnected in this season, because we are doing things intentionally this year.
Yep, that's a big thing.
Intentionally this year. So I hope your holiday season was good, whether you spent it by yourself, 1, 2, whatever that looks like. I hope you was intentional with the season. That's what I hope. That's our word this year. And just hear it. Intentional.
Yeah.
Do it intentionally.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's all I got, you guys.
That's all we got, y'all.
That's it. So we thank you for joining us. We thank you for subscribing, sharing. We thank you for making it to our Facebook page and joining our Walking Life Journey group, because more to come in this season. More to come. And always remember, as you are walking this journey called life, you are the key piece to your story. Until next time, bye.
Peace.
Bye.